Well, what do we have here? A flat tire. Shocking, it's like life just threw you a curveball and you swung and missed. But don't sweat it. I'm about to show you how to fix this faster than your last relationship fell apart. Probably because you didn't know how to change a tire. And who knows? You might actually learn something useful. Stranger things have happened. Like you having a relationship in the first place. Step 1, get your tools. You'll need at minimum a jack, a lug wrench, a jack stand and a spare tyre. If you don't have them, well, congratulations on being completely unprepared, you arse douche. If you're digging through your trunk and all you're finding are fast food bags and bad decisions, that's on you. Call AAA and do better. You deserve this flat and being single. Pro tip: preparation is key. Video over. Nah, just kidding. You clicked this video. Might as well teach you something. Seriously though, just try not to suck so much. Oh, hell no! I have no time for your triangle, peg, circle, hole ass. Get out of here before I let the cops know you're within 500 yards of a school zone. Before you jack up the car, you need to loosen the lug nuts. Loosen, not tighten. For those of you that didn't have a dad growing up, just remember righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. If you get this wrong, congrats. You've made this take longer, or you just found another way to screw up your day. And if they're stuck, don't panic. Just use a breaker bar or something longer, like your ex had to. Or muster up some extra strength. Channel that ego, buddy. Got it? Good. If you're struggling, maybe it's time to ask yourself why you skipped arm day for the last 5 years. Now it's time to jack up the car. But listen up. Make sure you put a chalk block or a brick or something behind the car's rear wheels. Don't want the car rolling off into a tree line or the neighbour's bedroom. And there are usually specific spots to put the jack. If you're jacking up the bumper, congrats. You've just turned this flat tyre into a full-blown body job like your neighbour's wife. Put it in the right place or start budgeting for a new car. Your call? Up we go. Once the car is up, put your jack stand under a sturdy part of the car like the frame. Don't put it under something that'll move like the control arm. I'm starting with the basics on these videos, and I don't feel like skipping to suspension repair or corpse removal. Just be smart stupid. And no, this doesn't count as a workout. If it did, I'd be looking like The Rock by now. Step 4. Remove the flat tyre now, off with the flat tyre. Seriously, how long were you ignoring this? Probably as long as you've been ignoring your check engine light, huh? Just toss it aside. Trust me, this tyre is as useful to you as the rubbers you keep in your bedroom. After a while, you're just keeping them around for your own punishment. Step 5. Put on the spare tyre. All right, grab your spare tyre and slap it on like you're sliding into some new kicks. Just don't leave this hoe on for too long. Just drive on your spare long enough to get a new wheel. Don't drive on it for the next 6 months. You go too long on the donut, and your arse could be paying for a new transmission or suspension. Plus, it doesn't exactly look sexy. Not that your 1987 Cavalier is screaming pussy magnet anyway. Get it on there snug, unless you want this one flying off into oncoming traffic. Look at you, actually getting something right. Feels good, doesn't it? Step 5.5. Preventative measures to avoid a flat tyre. Before you start feeling too proud of yourself, let's talk about how to not end up in this mess again. Changing a tyre is easy enough, but tyres can be expensive and you have expired jimmies to replace. Just some quick checks to keep from doing this more than you need to. First, check your tyre pressure regularly. That little dashboard light that's been on for weeks, yeah, if your unobservant ass paid more attention to that light, then the girls at the Mustangs, then the tyre wouldn't have gotten tired of you. I might be getting my wires crossed. Anyway, if your tyres are looking smoother than the girls at Mustangs, it's time for new ones. Also, avoid driving over nails, glass, or anything sharper than your mum's passive-aggressive comments at Thanksgiving. I know, this is groundbreaking advice. Basically, treat your tyres better than you treat your exes. Show them a little love and maybe, just maybe, you won't be stuck on the side of the road like this again. Step 6. Tighten the lug nuts. Now tighten the lug nuts in a crisscross pattern. Why a crisscross pattern? Short answer: to apply force evenly and to keep that bitch from flying off. Don't ask me dumb questions, just follow along and pretend you are able to keep up. Crisscross, tighten up and move on with your life, champ. Step 7. Lower the car and finish tightening. Lower the car back down and give those lug nuts one final twist. Go to your car's manual or check your local Google to see what the specs for your car's wheels are. Make them tighter than Lizzo swimwear. Kind of regret that one. You're welcome for the visual. Make sure you check the air pressure on the donut or the new tyre. The PSI is on the side of the tyre. If it's low, inflate it like a good fluffer. And there you have it. You've changed a tyre. Was it glamorous? No. Was it necessary? Absolutely. So next time you're stuck on the side of the road, remember this moment and maybe stop ignoring your car's warning lights. Or, hey, don't. But if I catch you stranded again, I'll just say, told you so. Also, you might need to take a wheel off for other things like changing your brakes or dicking around with your suspension. But those are videos for not now. Until next time, shift happens, but with Shifties, you're always in good hands, just at your expense.